Displaced people continue to suffer, especially during Ramadan. In a Naqee'Aa camp, people lack basic life services. This report has more details.
During the time of iftar, the displaced people gather under worn-out tents, accompanied by the feeling of homesickness and the mourning for their families in Ramadan at the breakfast table. The feeling of displacement mixed with the hardship of living and the bitterness of displacement. In the Naqee'Aa camp in the middle of the desert east of Ma'rib Governorate, Haj Abdullah al-Ghanimi, one of the thousands of displaced people, struggles to survive in the middle of the desert where there is nothing like life.
Life has been really hard since Houthis came to our hometown and we got displaced, especially during the month of Ramadan. In Ramadan we used to gather, have iftar, pray and spend nights together. Now all this is gone. Everyone is distracted by the war.
Al-Ghanimi, a father of 5 children, lives in a flimsy tent in the middle of the camp where there is no electricity or water to help him and the displaced, to provide air conditioners to relieve the heat of the sun, which turns sand into fire under the modest tent since they fled their area in Sirwah.
People have died out of thirst. No cooking gas, no electricity. It's hard to sleep during the day in Ramadan. Fasting people usually rest during the day and stay awake during the night. Here, we have just to sleep during night as the weather is relatively good. If there was electricity, people would just switch on their air conditioners and sleep. But this place has neither electricity nor water.
The harsh conditions made the displaced have no way to rejoice in the month of Ramadan. Just looking at the pictures of the children's parents, you see the suffering evident in their faces. The displacement robbed them of everything. In the middle of the desert, there is no presence of any of the necessities of life, even the substance of domestic gas, which made the displaced live the suffering of searching for wood sticks among the desert sand dunes.
This land is different than our hometown. It's so hard to live on this land. In cold weather, it turns into ice, and in the hot weather, it turns into fire. This Ramadan and the fasting are very different than the other years.
The hardship and suffering of the displaced people made them lose the spirit of the holy month of Ramadan, and the month of fasting turned into a burden on the displaced people who are living in camps, as it became difficult and not easy for them to provide breakfast for hundreds of families during Ramadan.